Hey guys, want to do another quick and dirty shop update for you. Emphasis on the word dirty, unfortunately. But first I want to give an update to 1492 Stella, who recently requested if I had any knives from a pretty old video that's on my channel, any of the neck knives that she saw. I believe that was from a December 2010 video. And as luck would have it, I did actually have one of these left, sitting in a box. I'd kind of gotten halfway done with it and set it aside to work on some other projects, but I actually found this, cleaned it up, put an edge on it, made a sheath for it, and this is the knife as she requested it. So here's the overall package. Very slim, very concealable. Should wear very comfortably under clothing, in a pocket, in a bag, however you choose to carry that. The sheath, as you can see, is not much bigger or wider than the knife itself. So definitely really doesn't add any bulk to the overall design. And there's the blade, all cleaned up. I was able to get all the rust off, and I was actually able to save my mark on the back side, which is my name with the steel type. I will have to reapply my other maker's mark to this side. I'm not sure if that'll pick up. I did slightly convex the edge. Just keep that in mind for future sharpening. What I would suggest is maybe a mouse pad with some fine grit sandpaper. Just kind of strap it as you would a leather strap. And then you could strap it with an actual leather strap, and that'll kind of conform to the curve as well of that convex. But the reason I do that, at least on my chisel ground knives, is I find that it adds just a little bit more strength to the overall edge. Probably not a whole lot in the grand scheme of things, or what I mean is it would probably be fine with just a flat edge, but I figure every little bit helps. So that's that. It is extremely sharp, sharp enough to shave with, in fact. If I can get this back in with one hand. Sheath, very secure, definitely not going to have any problems, but the knife does come out quite easily. So that's that. Now concerning these holes, real quickly, you'd ask if I could enlarge these for running some paracord through. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that after all, just because of how hard this steel is. In the past, I've had trouble either drilling through pre-existing holes or making fresh holes through hardened steel with carbide bits. They have a tendency of chipping out as the bit exits, and I'd really hate to have a big chip out on the back of one of these holes if I could help it. So I may or may not try to drill that, but I'd probably recommend against it at this point. And maybe instead finding a thinner cordage or some paracord that you could run through those instead. You may even be able to pull some hollowed out 550 through that as well. I believe these are 1/8 inch diameter holes, which might even work out a little bit better for keeping that cord on the handle. But that's the overall knife. As soon as I get my mark on it, give it a once over, polish it up a little bit better. That will be ready to ship out upon payment. Now just to give some other quick updates on projects I'm working on. I got one more military fighter I'm making for a guy who requested just that I put stainless hardware instead of brass. Everything else pretty much the same as my other design, or the other knife I finished. Just need to put my marks, put an edge on it, epoxy, and shape the handle into place. And this knife will be good to go, as this particular customer requested to make his own sheath. And he actually makes some phenomenal sheaths. I've been following him on Knife Dog forums for quite some time. I may give a link to any pictures he comes up with. I don't know if he wants me sharing his name on this video. But I'm very excited to see what he comes up with for this knife, as he does do incredible work with Kydex that I've seen in the past on the Knife Dogs forums. So this knife is just about done, coming along very nicely. And just to wrap up the rest of the update, just kind of been whittling away at these other knife blanks I've had over here on the corner of the bench. These small neckers, for instance, which were already heat treated. I'm working on cleaning up, getting ready to put edges on these and make sheaths for them. One I'll probably leave clean, as was my original design. And one of these I'll probably try to put some carbon fiber 1/8" scales on these and kind of get those shaped for a little more of an ergonomic grip there. Not that there's anything wrong with this grip. It's actually quite comfortable as is, but I think the carbon fiber will both add a little flair as well as a little bit of a grip enhancement there. So a couple of those I'm working on. I did heat treat one of these paring knives for myself, getting ready to grind the bevels, clean that up. I do have handle material and hardware ordered and hopefully on the way. I got some black paper micarta as well as some brass 1/4" Corby rivets to go through the handle. And I'll probably finish this one before I work on the rest of these, just to see how I like this W2 and just to get some use out of it first. And of course I still have a pretty good pile of kitchen, hunting, and bushcraft knives over there. I actually have a newer knife design that I'm working on, newer necker. Inspired in part by the curves and geometry of this little neck knife. I wanted something that I could fit fully in the hand. So kind of tried to maintain the overall idea of that geometry there with the various concave and convex curves. So just a new neck knife design I'm playing with. Probably going to put 1/8" scales just for concealability and an overall slim design. And actually I have a couple of, or one of these heat treated already. See, I put some jimping there on the back. Should be a very nice little neck knife with a lanyard tube and some Corbies. And then I also heat treated a couple of the bushcraft, traditional bushcrafter blanks. And I believe these did warp just a little bit in the heat treat, so I'll need to straighten these out. And then I'll be cleaning them up, putting a Scandi grind on these, trying that out for the first time. So definitely excited to see how these turn out. Also have some other designs have been drawn up. It's just a real traditional kind of a pen knife. Just a real small, slender design, maybe for pocket carry or neck carry. And definitely appreciate your guys' thoughts on this one. It's kind of the elongated version of this one here, kind of a full-handed version. But at any rate, we're at 10 minutes. That's pretty much the update anyhow. Appreciate the views, guys. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more knives and videos.